What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be talking about what's missing right now in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM and how the game, like, I don't even mind the events being in the game, but it feels like that's the only time that the game is ever even remotely worth playing. And as much as the events are, you know, something for the community to actually, like, look forward to, that is still for 2K's sake. The days of giving us spotlight sims, the days of giving us good free grinds are honestly done. They're honestly over with. Now, the Skylines and WNBA tip-off were two things that were worth playing. But honestly, guys, outside of that, there's not a whole lot here that I'm super optimistic about. Now, again, let's talk about it. The events are something in MyTEAM that gives you a reason to load up and play the game, because they drop, you know, the glitched challenges or the glitched whatever. Then on Sunday, you can grind for an Invincible Please. You can play 3 King of the Court games for some of them. After every win, you get the gold cards, which again aren't necessarily crazy. But there's just an incentive to play this game. In the past, we've seen, like, you know, we've seen some Showdown rewards that were decent. We've seen some things in the past that actually gave us a reason to load up and play the game, right? We have in the past. Now, right now, is there that in the game? No. Like, there's genuinely not that in the game right now. The only reason, in my opinion, and this is just me, the only reason somebody would load up and grind the game out right now is for Paul George. That's it. And again, some people, at least a lot of people, pay their way to Paul George. And so that's the other side to it, is if you buy your way to Paul George, there is literally no reward that's worth playing. And I know people are like, well, Ty, you can grind for 100 overall cards. You're telling me I gotta play 200 Showdown games for one 100 plus card? Now the park is a 100 card. This is a 100 plus premium card, which means I guess you have a chance for an Invincible. Not that you're gonna get it, but I guess you have a chance for it. I don't know. I just feel like right now, and again, we haven't seen Tuesday's content. We'll see weekly challenges on Wednesday. Like, those are the things we see. But I just feel like there's a big void right now with the fact that, guess what? I have no incentive to load up and play Showdown. The only reason I want to play Showdown eventually is to ultimately get to that, you know, get to that MT at the tier 1 and get that each and every week. But that's really my only reason for loading up and playing Showdown. Where in the past, guess what? We've had some decent Showdown rewards. Like, I think in the past we saw a Dark Matter Dikembe in a game mode somewhere. I'm trying to think exactly where that was at or what year that was at. But we saw a Dark Matter Dikembe in a game mode. Imagine if 2K would have put this card in the game modes. Then, I mean, it changes things, right? If this card was in the Season 6 game modes, it changes things completely, because then we have an incentive, a reason to play the game. I know this is what they've done all year long, is giving us these 100 plus, but they, like, people don't really want these anymore. And I'm not trying to be super negative on the game, but people really don't care about those as much as they once did. And even Domination, for me, I don't hate Domination. I think it's, you know, it's fine. You get some legend badges along the way. You can start grinding towards level 40. But again, outside of Paul George, I just don't see what the real point is of loading up and playing the game right now. And it all just comes down, in my opinion, to this. What game mode is rewarding you for playing the game? And right now, there's none. And the events, why am I so passionate on the events? Even if they are for 2K's sake. Well, guess what? It gives you a reason, if you do get like an Invincible one in Triple Threat Park, to load up and play Park. As far as King of the Court, it gives people a reason to play 3 King of the Court games, because you get that Dark Matter, whatever it is, token. There's challenges in the game that are worth it. I hate to break it to you guys, but so far these playoff challenges haven't been anything special. And they could eventually, like if SGA is your final card and he is the Invincible, they could mean something in the end. But it just, to me, it just feels like this game is missing something outside of the events. And the events is something that the community does enjoy. I still think that 2K should do a way better job with it, and that it, you know, still has way more potential than, you know, it's actually executing. But it at least gives people a reason to load up and play King of the Court. It gives people a reason to load up and try to win 3 Triple Threat Park games. Like yesterday, we didn't even get a Park reward. And again, I know people are going to be like, Ty, you're just so negative. But I think a lot of it too comes down to the fact of if 2K along the way, and they do a decent job in Showdown, right? Giving MT along the way. But I think that's important. Like, for example, in Triple Threat Park, look at these rewards, okay? Imagine you getting to 200 Triple Threat Park wins, and you get Hall of Fame badges. An unsellable Skylines Deluxe Pack. Now, again, the Deluxe Pack's fine, but it's unsellable. I'm not trying to always be super negative. But when all I see pretty consistently is unsellable rewards, how am I supposed to be able to get behind it? How is that supposed to make me happy? It's the same thing here in Showdown. If these were sellable, it changes everything around. But the fact of the matter is you can't make a bunch of MT by playing the game right now. There's really no way, and that's why I say domination is by far the best thing to play. Because again, without the events, right, and without the event cards, which again, I still have a bunch of, you know, diamond shoes that I need to go through and sell from the event. But without this, it's just like, what are we doing, 2K? And again, I'm not trying to be super negative all the time on the game mode, but it genuinely just, to me, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense that the events should be the thing that people need to save their game remotely. Like, without the events, guys, what are we playing the game for? And again, people are gonna say, well, Ty, you can play the game for fun. Correct, but part of the game and in Ultimate Team modes, and no matter what it is at the start of the season, you get new things to play. You load up MLB The Show at the start of the season. I don't know, at least last year, there was a new BR card. There's a new, basically, competitive mode card. There's new offline cards. Same thing in every different game mode that I've played. College Football Ultimate Team. They've got new Gauntlet rewards. They've got new Solo Challenge rewards. They've got all of these rewards that gives you a reason to play the game. And guess what? The head-to-head is way more rewarding than Showdown is as well, because you get packs with sellable cards. And so the thing for me is right now, again, I'm not hating on the events, although the events are for 2K's, you know, gain, right, primarily, and as long as we understand that, that's fine. But I just feel like outside of that, if you are the average player, like, you're really wondering, what is the point right now of playing the game? And like I said, for me, in Showdown, I do need to get to tier 1. That's something that I personally need to go through and grind out, right? So I guess that's my reason for playing the game within that Showdown mode. But it's just like, outside of that, personally for me, there's just not a whole lot of, you know, loading up the game for a purpose. And again, I would love to be able to grind for, you know, any position. Like, again, you look at my team. I could use a small forward right now, so I could sell Beasley. I could use a new shooting guard, so I could sell him in. I don't mind the unsellable rewards and using them. But at the end of the day, there's got to be a reason that I'm using them. And that's the thing for me is right now, it's like, there's no reason to grind the game. And 2K knows what they're doing. At the end of the day, I'm going to leave you with this. They put 3 new 100 overalls in the game. Okay? They're all trash. I played a guy in a tournament last night that was using this card. Okay? Now, let me ask you this. Why do you think the guy that I played last night was using Rashard Lewis? I'll tell you. I almost guarantee he bought his way to Paul George. And then out of the Season 7 challenge, this pack right here, he got Rashard Lewis. I almost guarantee it. That is about as big of a slap in the face to the community as anything else. When you look at the 100 overalls that we've got in the game, there are some really good ones, right? Weber is fine. He can play. Cade's fine. Boncaro, Kristaps, Ben Simmons. All these cards are fine. You want to look at the ones we got in Season 7? Look at them. Like, look at them. DeRozan, Ray Allen, Rashard Lewis, all cards are trash. Why? Because they're putting 100 overalls as rewards. It's trash. I can't stand it. I hate it. The odds are so negatively skewed. And then guess what? You win King of the Court. I don't know who they got, but I almost guarantee they got a bad 100 overall. It rubs me the wrong way. 2K just hates giving us any decent rewards. If you're not opening packs right now in this game, it's tough out here. And again, play the game for fun at the end of the day. But again, for me, playing the game for fun has always meant getting rewarded for playing the game. I don't like playing the game just to play the game and enjoy using these cards if I'm not going to get rewarded for doing it. it just has never added up to me. At the end of the day, we should see an event, not this week, I don't think, but the week after. And hopefully that can save the game a little bit more. And hopefully the events at the end of this year are more favored towards the community compared to what we've seen. Because even with the events, the top dogs are never even attainable. You got to look to the dark matter tier, which is pretty sad, and even to the opal tier to even get something that the average person can capitalize on. So that's where I'm going to leave you guys with. I don't know, man. I just feel like Season 7 has been such a letdown to start. And I'm not even hating on Paul George. Like, I don't even think Paul George is bad. I'm just more so hating on, like, normally at the start of the seasons, you got things to grind. Whether it's a new, like, in past years, a new triple threat reward, a new this, new that. Right now, it's just like, what is the point of loading up and grinding this game? To me, nothing. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you are new. And as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.